It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Hello, 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 hello. What is going on here? Let me just adjust this real quick. Let me mute myself. So you don't hear any echoes. Hello. Can you hear me? Can I be heard? Looking at the chat. What's up, guys? Oh, it's time. Volume 8 finale is here. And it has come and gone. Let me see what's going on here. Let me put this over here too. Get some things in order over here. 1 second. Looking at the chat. Yes, good, good. Hey, what's up, Toby? What's up, Ali? What's up, Floof? What's up, Toby? Probably said Toby twice. What's up, Jen? Good times. I just got back from. Oh, pretend like that didn't happen. It's already about 500 people in here. I'm wait for a few minutes before I get started. So I'm interested to know this. If you have seen the finale, I know a lot of people who watch my streams and watch my videos who don't watch RWBY anymore. So here's a question. If you actually saw the finale, hit 1. If you haven't seen the finale but don't really care to be spoiled, hit 2. I'm just curious. Just curious to see what is going on. Thumbnail: when your parents force you to hug your creepy uncle. Ain't it the truth? A lot of ones. Okay. I see some 2 sprinkled in there, but most people have seen it. Well, what are your thoughts? From 1 to 10, what would you give the finale? A lot of 1s. There's some 2s in there. There's a good amount of 2s. Okay, that's what I thought. Probably like half and half. Maybe 60-40, you've seen it. Just curious. Scale of 1 to 10. Whoa. Okay, let's put that up there. Let's see. 4, 3, 5, 3, 3, 7. 7 to 8. Ali, I see you. Floof. I went to wait. It's going too fast. I couldn't even read your thing. 6 out of 10. Mad 10, bad 10. Thanks for the super chat. 8 out of 10. I see you, Arthur. See your 6 out of 10 there. Or 8 out of 10. That's a good number. Let's see. Okay. It's all over the place like always. All right. Well, I'll say this. There were some good things that I liked in this chapter. There were some good things that I did like. Mostly RWBY's RWBY at this point. You know, there's always going to be some questionable writing choices, some weird decisions. But I will say that the animation, especially with Cinder, was pretty good. I'm not the animation guy, but I have to say that some of the sequences, some of the decision making with the fire, Cinder's attacks, and how they animated Cinder was pretty cool. So I'll give credit to the animators. But you guys know I like to dig into the writing. So what's up, CJ Black? You know, you guys know I like to dig into the writing. So yeah. But yeah, before animation was pretty crisp a lot of the time. So I can't complain. They did a good job there. Money well spent in that department. But RWBY's gonna RWBY. So we'll get into the writing and the issues with that for sure. here in a second. Let's see. Okay, it's 763 people in here. It probably so we'll see how high that gets. All right, it's 4:05. I won't delay this too much longer. 800 people now. Just waiting for a few minutes, a couple minutes to see before I get started to get some people in here before I really get into it. But yeah, man, this finale, man, it's interesting. In some respects, this finale is like it serves up a show. It's like a show extender in a sense that it sets you up for like a subplot or a side quest in a way that may just be like a way to extend the show further than it needs to be. I'll get into that later. I thought there's some questionable decisions by some of the characters, as always. I thought Cinder was Cinder. They let her win in this episode. She won, but some decision making with her character is just still bad, and I don't really know what else can be done. Well, I know what I think should be done, but they're not going down that route just yet. So Cinder's gonna Cinder. And I don't even know what to say about Salem at this point. It's pretty it's sickening what's happening with Salem. All right. It's 8:50 in here. I won't wait any much longer. Any much longer. I won't wait too much longer. Just let people trickle in here. I will wait no longer than 4:10. By 4:10, I'm starting. Look at the chat. Volume 9 better be traumatic or training arc. Oh God. Wasn't Volume 7 the training arc? You know, then it gets super strong in like a few episodes. Let's see. Not gonna lie, expected all four to write the finale, but only Miles, Eddie, and Kiersey wrote it. I'm starting to think that Carrie is starting to separate himself from the writing a little bit. He's like, I don't want to be a part of this, so Volume 9 filler. Oh yeah. 9/11. Okay, I'm gonna start at 5. I'm gonna start at 4:10 because people really are trickling in here. So I'll start at 4:10. I will for sure start at 4:10. Right now it's 4:07. My clock says 4:07. So at 4:10 I will start. Right now I'm just talking to you guys in the chat. All right. Volume 9 is the beach episode. Yeah, the people always wanted the beach episode, right? So Volume 9 will be the beach volume. The beach start now. Okay, I'll start in a second. Don't worry. It's 9:49. Just 2 minutes. I say I'm start at 9:10. And 9:56 people in here. That way people don't have to like rewind. You're like, oh, where did he start? So I'll get them 2 more minutes. It's 9:63 in here. Hey, what's up? Flair, what's up? The VXS for the episode was on point. That was gorgeous. Yeah, it was pretty. It was a pretty episode for sure. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's what I mean. Like the visuals were pretty good. Were beautiful. Really nice shots. Some of the movement was kind of clunky, but I thought the shots were pretty cool for the most part. Oh man. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Beach volume. Yep. Beach episode. Volume 9 is 9/11. All right, one more minute. Spoiler alert, Watts is dead. Really weird. Thanks for the super chat. To be honest, the biggest sin of this season was the long-ass opening. It became a pro at sweeping the exact amount of times to get to the show started. How long was the opening? All right. Thanks for the super chat, Keithan. All right, there's 973 people in here. It's 4:09. The second I think hits 4:10, I'm starting. So let me just clear some stuff out and we'll get started. All right, 410. 999 exact. Over 1,000. Perfect time to start it. All right, here we go. Let's get started. All right, so Ruby's like, come at me, bro. So how did this... So like I said, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And this show is... Well, this show introduced Salem, right? This volume. Well, it didn't introduce her, but she was pushed to the forefront. And we open up this chapter, this finale, with Salem pulling herself together. And I'm like, okay, Salem's here. Yeah, that's all I got. Salem's here. All right, she's back. They reminded us that Salem, the big bad, is still in the show. And we move right along. This might be some of the worst big bad handling I've seen in quite some time. That video of Salem is going to be something, man. It really is. I don't know how you introduce your big bad in such a way and like sideline her for the whole volume. Salem didn't do anything, but I don't know how much I should dive into this right now because I do plan on talking about Salem first thing after this stream. So the first video I work on will be a Salem video. So I'm going to dive in on that because I've been holding back a lot of what I wanted to say about Salem and how they handled her. So that's going to be a very, very, that's going to be can't miss. Trust me, you're going to want to watch that Salem video, I promise you. So since the writers don't care about Salem, I shouldn't care about her either. So let's fast forward to the next freaking part of this discussion. Winter v. Ironwood. I'm gonna say Winter v. Winter. Winter v. Ironwood. Ironwood and Winter are fighting because Ironwood needed something to do in this finale. They had to give him something, so they said, okay, we'll have him fight Winter. He pistol whips Winter, once again proving me right. I said that he would slap Winter in this volume, and this is pretty much what happened. I said he was going to shoot Winter and slap her, and this is pretty much a slap if you ask me. He pistol whips her twice, so yeah. I was right. Will I also do a video on Penny? I don't know. It was a pistol slap. I don't know if I'm gonna do a video on Penny, but we'll see. Yeah, I wasn't really invested in this fight at all. I really didn't care. I thought Ironwood would die. That's about all I thought. And I didn't really care much about what happened after that. As long as Winter didn't die. I wanted Ironwood to die, and I wanted Winter to die, and that was fine. Either way, what else happened? I didn't care about anything else but that. But yeah, they had him fight because they needed him to do something, right? And that was that. Really, not much to say about that. I'll just go right through there. So back in the pocket dimension, or whatever the hell you want to call it, Penny is fighting Cinder. Weiss is trying to help but failing. If the Weiss that fought Marrow in Volume 7 showed up, Cinder would be in trouble. Had the one who was going all out and looking all OP against freaking Marrow in Volume 7, if she would have showed up, Cinder would have been screwed. But like I've always said, these characters are only as strong as they need to be for the scene to function. There is no consistent power levels in this show. Characters are strong and weak depending on what you need in that scene or depending on the moment. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Penny is Penny knows that Cinder wants the Maiden power, and she's hoping to use that to her advantage. By allowing the others to escape, she's going to use herself as kind of bait, So she's using herself to give others time to escape. Blake kicks Cinder square in the face, and Cinder doesn't really take any damage. Her aura doesn't flicker at all. That's a common thing you're going to notice in this chapter. That Cinder takes a lot of hits. She puts a lot of work in, but there's no fatigue, there's no injury, there's no aura hits. Cinder just tanks the whole chapter, and they think we're not going to notice. That's the thing that I don't really like about certain shows, namely RWBY, where characters will behave in such a way where they're fighting, and in one moment when they're fighting, like in a previous episode or a previous volume, the characters take damage and they get tired, and you see them fatiguing. And then in chapters where they need the character to be OP, the character never gets tired and never shows any form of damage. And that's what they do. That's what they do with Cinder this whole chapter. If you notice, Cinder never gets tired. Her aura never takes any hits. It doesn't like flicker at all. She just OP and strong and like she drunk nothing but monster drinks before this fight. She's just straight energy. She might be on that stuff. For all I know. But yeah, just keep your eye on that. You'll notice this. Cinder she's never in any trouble at all the entire chapter. She's just tanking everything, limitless energy. Yeah, it's interesting how they handled that. Let's look at let's take a quick break and look at some super chats. I think one came in. Let's see. I think it did. Here we go. Salem's whole plot had for this volume. Okay, let me try that again. Salem's whole plot she had for this volume basically fell apart the moment she put it into motion. How does she still think she's a top player? Salem? Because she can't die, I guess. Yeah, I mean, Salem, yeah, it's I can't really I'm going to do a video on Salem, but yes, the issue with Salem is that not only was she not intimidating, not only did she not hurt anyone of any real, like, with any weight, she didn't really do anything. If you actually look at it, she didn't really do anything. It was all Cinder and others. She was kind of just there. But I'll get into that a little bit later. When she pops up in the end of this chapter, I'll get into that. So don't you worry. But thanks for super chat. Yeah, but Salem's it's a whole thing with Salem. Where was I? Let's move on to. All right, let's check out the crazy female trope. So we'll cut back to the crazy female trope, which is Harriet. Harriet wants to blow up innocent people because her group leader got killed. That's it. That's why she wants people to die. I really don't like this, like, at all. I really, really don't like this. She tells Crow, the man that she should be trying to kill, if she thinks he killed Clover. Crow's the one she should be going after. She tells him to get out of the way. And I'm like, you can, like, I don't know, punch him or push him out the way. She just stand there screaming, "Get out of the way! Let the bomb fall and kill people! What are you doing?" This is the worst. This might be the worst thing in the chapter, maybe. I don't know. I have to think about it. Vine and Elm show up, and they're like, "Hey, Harriet, we're your friends." And just like that, Harriet realizes that what she's doing is wrong. See, guys, the power of friendship, ladies and gentlemen, it will never let you down. That's all you need to hear. Hey, we're your friends. Oh, what I'm doing is wrong. Oh, I couldn't see it now, but once you said we were friends, I finally figured it out. This is the worst, man. Harriet's writing was super lazy. I agree. It's like I said, it's the crazy female trope. That's what it is. A woman's crazy and acting irrational because her man died or something happened or she got dumped. It doesn't make any sense. It's one thing to, like, be grieving and, like, but she just wants to kill innocent people because she's grieving. It doesn't make any sense. Can you do a video on Team RWBY's protagonist-centered morality? I don't know, maybe. I have no plans for that right now, but I never thought about that. Thanks for super chat. That's something to think about. I don't know. The power of friendship is bullshit. You said it. Talk no jutsu. Yeah. Lazy writing. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's the crazy female trope. Crow Crow is too weak to keep the bomb from sliding. Um can anyone explain why Vine and Elm didn't just jump in to help him? Can anyone? Can anyone? Can anyone? Come on, anyone? Anyone? Can anyone explain to me why Vine and Elm didn't jump in to help him with the bomb? Elm has the perfect semblance to stop it. She could jump in there and plant her feet and the bomb won't slide. So why don't they just jump in to help him hold the bomb from sliding? I don't understand. I'm gonna let you guys think about that for a second. I'm gonna get some super chats. Anyone else wonder where Pietro, Maria, and Team Funky are? They're not important enough to be in the plot. Pietro and Maria are floating somewhere. Penny isn't really concerned about her father at all. So Penny. Last time Pietro saw Penny was falling from the sky as a robot. Penny is safe, became a real girl, and died without one time thinking about her father. That's RWBY writing for you, ladies and gentlemen. Penny dies without mentioning her father at all. Can we just take a moment to talk about how thanks Super Chat. Can we just take a moment to talk about how close Team RWBY are to being squad of Mary Sue's? Well, they did train in Volume 7. So and they did lose this volume, so at least they took an L, right? They technically lost this chapter, so that's something, right? Vine literally could have stopped the explosion from outside but he killed himself. No wonder they had no wonder they had that warning at the beginning. When you say he could have stopped the you're saying he could have wrapped his hands around the bomb without. Yeah, you're right. The amount of BS is stunning. Thanks, the reader. I didn't even think about that. So, have you guys thought about why? I gave you guys some time. Have you thought about why Vine and Elm didn't jump in to help him? No answer. Because plot. Okay. Rip Penny. I didn't miss a super chat. Let me check real quick. Let's see if I missed a super chat. Yeah, but I can't think of a reason why Elm and Vine didn't jump in to help. You guys don't seem to be helping. Maybe the writers can. Who are the new writers? I see one. The wolf at the door. Who are the new writers and what are their EPs? You can check it at the end of every chapter. They show the episode that or the experience you meant. I don't remember. They're friends with the writers. I think one of them, Kiersey, has some writing credits. You can look them up and Google them to see for yourself. But they don't have that much experience. But you can take a look for yourself. Just Google their names. I missed one. All right, that's one I missed, I think. All right. They wanted to know that Clover is still with them. I guess. So Ironwood was proven right, and because RWBY's Salem has 2 relics, mass casualties and the fall of the kingdom. Well, yeah, he was proven right in the sense that RWBY's plan was stupid. I mean, there was no. They're all dumb. I have to think about it. Yeah, I have to think about that now. Now that I've seen Volume 8, I gotta go back and think about all this. I have to think about it. Thanks for super chat. Yeah, they're all dumb. I think at this point, I have to look at it though. Ironwood wasn't dumb in Volume 7. He's sure as hell dumb in Volume 8 because they made him like the crazy guy. What's the point of the bomb if the city is empty? Well, I don't know what Harriet was thinking. She may have not have known, and maybe they're still evacuating. All right, let me get back to it. Thanks for super chat. So, since you guys can't think of it, I don't blame you guys for thinking of a reason because it's stupid. Elm and Vine should have jumped in and helped. Okay, now let's just think about Crow for a second. Crow gives up instantly and thinks about Clover. Not the one not her, not the loved ones he lost over the years, not Ruby, not Yang. He thinks of Clover, the man he met less than a month ago. Lucky for him, the bomb stopped sliding, even though that doesn't make sense because Crow's bad luck should have been in effect. So I'm not sure why it stopped sliding. If anything, it should have fell because of his bad luck. So I don't know why it stopped. The Clover, was that Clover's semblance coming back from the grave? Is that it? Was the spirit of Clover in the vicinity? Did he have something to do with this from beyond the grave? Jesus Christ. Or was it his freaking that stupid little emblem or where the hell he got in his hand that made it stop sliding? Cause Crow bad luck should have kicked in. If you ask me. All right, enough of this stupid gif of Crow. So Vine decides that when Watts initiates the countdown on the bomb, this leads to Vine using his semblance to contain the explosion, sacrificing himself in the process. Now that I think about it, Vine could have used his semblance to enclose the bomb without enclosing himself in it. So I'm not sure why he had to die. I didn't even think about that. Why did he have to use why did he have to be in the bomb? Why didn't he just use his semblance around the bomb and keep himself out of it and maybe be alive? Why did he have to sacrifice himself? I didn't even think about that. Well, I'll be damned. Oh no, Vex, you gave them ideas that Team RWBY are now in Madagascar. It's not my fault they're doing that. I didn't give them that idea. I didn't even think about that. Am I missing something? Did Vine have to die? Could he just use his semblance with his body outside of it? Like, why did he have to die? I don't know. I didn't even think about that. What is going on? There are 1,400 people in here. Thank you so much for joining. Wait, what? That super chat has thrown me off completely. Did Vine have to die? Oh my God, I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what to say anymore. What? This show has a fetish for killing off male characters and redheads. I guess I'll be waiting to see somebody tells me why he had to die, but I can't think of anything. Wow. But then again, like he dies, but like I said before, like I always say about Vine, no one cares. Yes, Vine is dead. A character no one really cares about. A character that no one will miss. So I shouldn't really waste that much time talking about him anyway. Let's just move on, because it's freaking Vine, so who cares? I can't believe a guy that this powerful as Vine lost to both Blake and Yang last volume. Pretty crazy. Oh, I forgot. They weren't in the right headspace. Almost forgot. Crazy. I'm crazy for that. How could I forget? They lost because they weren't in the right headspace. Anthony Loboco says, one of the YouTubers had a cool theory about Crow and Clover having the same semblance that manipulates probability, but that their worldview being positive and negative results in bad luck and good luck. That is a good theory. I never thought about that. Thanks for super chat. You're welcome. I've been thinking about that since his death. Yeah, it's crazy. Thanks. Thank you for super chat. I didn't even think about that. Vine is now my favorite Ace Ops because of the laugh I got from this. Yeah. Wow, that screwed me up, man. I didn't even think about that. He didn't have to die. Typical RWBY. All right, so next we have Weiss. We cut back to Cinder fighting, right? Anime Watcher, I missed your super chat earlier. Let me see. I don't think I did, but let's see. If you say I did, then I probably did. Let's see. Anime Watcher. Let's see if I can find it. Um, Vine did not have to die. Anime watcher. Oh, RWBY setup is now maybe Neo gets voiced. You're saying now Neo will get a voice actress. I hope not. I don't care. But Neo, thanks for the chat. Neo needs to go. I don't care. She can die for all I care. She's like one of the worst things in this show, and I'll get to that later as to why I think she's one of the worst characters in the show. Bro, because Vine forgot he did not have to be there. Yeah, he forgot. He forgot that his semblance could work like that. Crow, semblance needs a visual indicator, so we're not guessing what's causing things. I agree, but it's passive, so you don't really know when you don't know when it's his semblance or not. RWBY wanted their Jorg sacrifice. I don't get that reference. Damn it, I'm uncultured. Where would Vine? Another super chat. Thank you, the Dark Lord. Where would Vine stand to stay safe? Where would he stand to stay safe if he blocks the bomb from the outside? Wouldn't he have to fall? Wouldn't he just fall, or the other ship would be too close? Well, I have to think about it. But if he like grabbed the bomb and stretched his arm far enough, he may be able to survive. I don't know. Thanks for the super chat. I mean, it's possible he could have survived. Now that I think about it, it's possible. How? I don't know, but it's possible. All right, let's get on to like Yang. Let me know if I missed another super chat. I'll go back to it. So Weiss, we cut back to Weiss fighting. And this is just like Cinder is fighting with Weiss and RWBY, and somehow she's still not fatigued. She got limitless energy. She's still going full throttle. She must be on that stuff. And Weiss allows herself to get blown up here because the plot needed it to happen. She's fast enough to move out of the way, but she doesn't move. They don't bother. It doesn't bother some people, but this looks very clunky. It bothers me looking at it, but I'm sure it doesn't bother some people. She pushes RWBY away, but she could move herself. I'm not sure why she didn't move. She just stood there and got blown up. Kind of weird. Some clunky animation here, like kind of like I don't know why they would. It looks bad. It just looks bad. Move out the way, RWBY. I'll just stand here and get blown up. You can move too, woman. What are you doing? Oh, and now her oar is broken, by the way. So now her oar is also broken. So I'm not sure why she just stood there. Come on, Weiss. You're smarter than this half the time. Come on. Notice how, thanks for super chat. Just call me Flare. Notice how Weiss's aura breaks here and later on when Cinder blows her off the side. She takes no physical damage at all. Her limbs should have been gone. Well, the writers probably forgot, or they thought you would forget that her aura is broken here. So from that going forward, she should take damage. But you know, did Maria Calavera die? No, they just left her out of the volume. Her and Pietro have been gone. They're somewhere floating on Amity, apparently. Maybe there was a portal at Amity as well. So maybe they walked through the portal on Amity. Maybe Ambrosius put a portal on Amity Coliseum. I don't know. But this is weird. Weiss definitely should have moved out of the way. Weiss has been disappointing this volume. You damn Skippy. Paper, you're not that late. You're not that late. You're just you're 20 minutes late. So let's move on because Girl Geek, thanks for the super chat. Weiss pissed me off this volume. It sucks how much they downgraded my favorite character. Yeah, this is interesting because Weiss should have been one of the better characters once they moved to Atlas, but she was not. And it was very, very, very disappointing. There are 1,500 people in here. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's very disappointing, I must say. We agree there. And Weiss is my favorite character as well. At least she was. I'm not sure if I'm not sure who's my favorite character now. Hey, what's up? All right, let's move on to like the next thing here. Weiss lets herself get blown up. Yeah. Okay. So things are looking bad for our heroes, right? RWBY loses her scythe. Weiss's aura gets broken. They're losing, which is good, right? We're always complaining about how the heroes never lose in this show. So now they're getting their ass handed to them. I'm going to give them credit for that. Good job, RWBY, for having the RWBY. Team RWBY gets their ass kicked a little bit. They get hit. So good for that. Good for them. This is the reverse of the nonsense from the RWBY v Aesop fight. The Aesop fight was way too much in the other direction. So they're compensating here by letting Team RWBY get their asses kicked and not get knocked around. So I appreciated that at least. I'll give them credit for that because they could have wrote it so Team RWBY win again. So since they didn't do that, I'll give them credit. I got to leave the chat for something, but I wanted to say that this was stupid to bring PD back just to make her a human. We'll get to that. Sorry I had to leave the chat. I'm gonna get to that soon. Thanks for hanging around as long as you could. Weiss lost so many brain cells along with her aura. She did. Umbrella slap. Yep. WAP. So RWBY pulls off this nice little trick. See, now you guys may not know this, right? But if you didn't know this, RWBY is capable of traveling at an extreme velocity from one point to another by breaking herself down to her molecular components and thus negating her mass. So she was able to pull off this nice little trick here. Neo, you silly little goose. How could you fall for it? This is actually a pretty cool sequence. It's a nice little one-shot looking thing here. Where how she falls all, come out around, hits Neo, reaches for the relic and gets hit in the back. It's really nice. And then grabs Neo's leg at the bottom. It's cool. Yeah. So this is a nice little trick here. I like how this was animated, so I'll give them credit here as well. But yeah, but RWBY should be a problem in fights because she's capable of traveling from one point to another by breaking herself down to her molecular components, thus negating her mass. So she should be like really trouble. It should be like hard to fight RWBY, It really should. But she often gets hit a lot, but once again, their capabilities are only as strong as it needs to be for a scene. RWBY cared more about her weapon than her sister. It's funny because it's true. Another super chat. Morton, why can Neo get through a portal and come back? Why can Neo go through a portal and come back? When did she do that? I don't think she did that. I could be wrong, but I don't think she did that. Sammy, it would be pretty funny if RWBY introduced elves as protectors of the Disney island or whatever. I would not be surprised if they introduced a whole bunch of magical freaking beings in that pocket dimension or whatever the hell that is. Thanks, Super Chat Sammy. I would not be surprised at all. Who knows what they're doing with that shit? We'll talk about that later when we get to it. Okay, so we have confirmed that RWBY could indeed have saved Yang. Got it. Oh yeah, she definitely could have saved Yang. She didn't even try. Like I said, my biggest issue with RWBY in that scene is that she didn't even try. But yeah, she could have saved her. 100% she could have. I mean, RWBY is capable of traveling at an extreme velocity from one point to another by breaking herself down to molecular components, thus negating her mass. So she definitely could have saved Yang, but she didn't. So I don't mind them losing, but the problem with no sense of power scaling is the fights are less who would win, but rather who needs to win for the plot. Agreed. Yeah, it's all over the place. So like anybody could lose to anybody, right? Because we don't know. It depends on what the writer's going to go with. So us, the viewers, let's say two fighters are fighting, fighter A and fighter B. We in our mind can think, well, fighter A is stronger than fighter B, so fighter A should win. But we can't really think that way because it just depends on what the plot needs to happen. So fighter B could win just as easily as fighter A could, because it all depends on where they want to go with the story. There's no consistency in terms of power levels, so anybody can be anybody at any given time. I mean, if the RWBY that fought the Aesop showed up in this fight, Cinder would be in trouble. But oh yeah, I forgot. I keep forgetting. The Aesops were holding back. All right, they weren't in the right headspace. That's the bullshit they came up with to excuse them getting their asses kicked. So let's not bring up the Aesops anymore. How about that? What if her weapon was her sister? Oh, what if her weapon was her sister? I hear you. I hear you. She might as well be. Notice 4 characters could have saved Yang. Let's see. Weiss could have. RWBY could have. Blake could have as she swung the right way. As she actually swung down there, maybe she could have. And who else? Who else could have saved her? Because they wrote Nora out of the... Nora hasn't been around. If you haven't noticed, they wrote Nora out of the show. She's done nothing in the last 2 chapters. She's been out of the show completely. They wrote her out of it. It's kind of weird. So after Cinder blasts RWBY in the back and breaks her aura, what is Blake doing right now? Like, what is she even doing while this is happening? She's just standing around. At this point, she's fighting nobody. So what is she doing? Neo's here. Cinder's about to hit RWBY in the back here. So what is Blake even doing? She's just standing around. Blake, come on now. You're better than this. What are you doing? Anyway, let's move on. Now let's talk about this freaking character right here. Let's talk about the ice cream girl. Let's talk about Neo. Let's not forget Blake's sudden long weapon strap. I know, right? Look you saw how long her strap was when she swung to pick up RWBY. We'll see it here in a second. But I'm about to focus on Neo here right now. Okay, so bear with me here. I'm going to go on a little bit of a journey here with Neo. Now, this scene I love because it just conveys the problem with the writing. Okay? You guys know how I feel about Neo at this point. If you've been following my channel over the last couple of years, or last few years, you know how I feel about Neo. Neo is a tool. She's a tool to make things happen for Cinder's storyline. She's not a character. She's not a character. Neo is not a character. Neo is a plot device. I mean, look at this. Look at how stupid this plot device is. I refuse to call her a character, so I'm going to call her a plot device from now on. Look at how dumb this plot device is. She is not a character. Back in Volume 6, she attacks Cinder. Why? Because she blamed Cinder for Roman's death. It took her 6 to 8 months, and she blamed her for Roman's death. She took her 6 to 8 months to come up with that. To come up with the fact that it was Roman's fault. After one fight, Cinder tells her that it was RWBY's fault. And she's like, okay, I guess it is RWBY's fault. She just goes along with it. Then she was somehow convinced that relics exist. How? By staring at a wall. In Volume 6, Cinder takes Neo to the inside of the vault, and she stares at the rock face. She stares at the wall. There's no door there, remember? Because the door is closed because the relic is gone. The door closed. And she just stares at the rock and say, oh, see, now you understand. This is why we need to get the relic. And she just goes along with it. Why? Because she's not a character. She doesn't think. She's just there as a tool for Cinder. In my mind, I'm thinking, well, of course, in order for this to make sense, there must be some kind of long game. Neo is playing Cinder. She's trying to fool Cinder. She can't beat Cinder right now because Cinder used her maiden power. She stopped fighting Cinder when Cinder showed that she has maiden power. She's gonna wait and bide her time and then stab Cinder in the back. That's the only thing that makes sense, right? But that's not what she does at all. She agrees to help Cinder, starts taking orders from Cinder. For what reason, I don't know. She has every opportunity to kill RWBY in Volume 7. Every opportunity, but she doesn't. She gives Cinder the relic, steals it back from Cinder because Cinder didn't keep her word, and then she gives it back to fucking Cinder. Why? Because she said she's sorry? How stupid can you be? How could you possibly trust Cinder after everything you've seen? I'll tell you how. Because she's not a real character. She's a plot device. That's what she is. After all this bullshit, she didn't kill RWBY. She didn't even break RWBY's aura. Cinder did that. Then she has the nerve to reach for Cinder, like, Cinder, help me. Like the clown she is. Cinder, help me. You have got to be kidding me. You are a clown. Cinder's like, are you really this stupid? I'm going to help you. Away with you, plot device. I cast you out. Away with you. It's embarrassing. Now they're probably going to have Neo team up with RWBY, Team RWBY, when they go to the freaking Wonderland, wherever the hell that place is. They're going to have Neo freaking team up with her. And I don't care. Just kill this character off. I'm sick of this character. She's a joke. She's not even a character. I'm sick of this plot device. I don't need her in the show anymore. She steals the relic from Oscar, gives it to Cinder, then steals it back from Salem to then give it to Cinder again. It's a joke. The writing for this character is abysmal. She's not a character. She's a tool, and she needs to get off my damn screen. Rant over. Okay, let me look at I'm sure I missed a few super chats. Let me go look at that real quick. Jesus Christ. Yes, keep Neo in Chibi, please. Keep her in Chibi where she belongs. What a joke. What a joke. Romulo? I'm sorry, I probably butchered that. Thanks for super chat. They pull a One Piece chapter where Kuma vanishes the main characters to a train. Didn't watch One Piece, but I'm sure some other people got that reference. Thanks for super chat. Luke Jones, Salem was disappointing. She should have killed half the cast through Volume 8. Agreed. She should have done something. She should have killed someone. Sammy again, thanks for super chat. If Neo won't start attacking RWBY right away at the start of Volume 9, I would be laughing pretty hard. Neo will probably have a change of heart, like the clown of a plot device that she is. And she'll probably start helping Team RWBY out, because that's what they need the character to do then. She's a no talking, no agency having plot device and fan service utility used to facilitate bullshit in the show. And I'm sick of people not calling this out. So now I'm just going to do it as much as I can, because Neo is everything that's wrong with the writing in the show. They actually had me interested in the moment with Neo stealing the relic. Roman's gone, and she got nothing better to do than screw Cinder over by taking it. Wasted opportunity. Thanks for super chat, Caitlin. Yeah, I totally thought they're going to have her like screw over Cinder some way, but I should have known. Miles literally said that they brought Neo back to make Cinder's storyline more interesting. So that's all you need to know about her right there. Thanks to that, Mr. Cynical. I know you're probably already talking about this, but I hate the fact that they gave Cinder so much focus to change, just to revert her back to the bad character she was. Yeah, I haven't talked about that yet. Thanks for super chat. Yeah, they really I'm not sure what they did with Cinder. I'll get into it a little bit later. There was certainly no significant development here, but yeah, I'll get into that later when it comes to Cinder. They basically just had her win. That's about it. She just won. And that's really the difference here. Usually she loses, now she won. That's it. Move on, Vex. I will. Enough about Cinder. Alright. Let's move on. Not Cinder. Enough about Neo. God, enough about Neo. For crying out loud. Alright. So, Neo falls. RWBY falls as well. Blake tries to save RWBY, and Cinder's like, nope. That's probably what she should have did with Yang. She should have jumped, grabbed Yang, and tried to swing. Maybe that would have hurt. Look at how long her strap is. All of a sudden, it wasn't that long when she tried to save Yang, but now it's super long. Oh well, not a big deal. It's just an observation. I'm not sure why Penny threw Blake. Blake should have threw Penny to grab Ruby, because Penny can fly. It should have been the other way around. Blake should have threw Penny rather than Penny throwing Blake, but whatever. Blake and Ruby fall into Volume 9, and Penny's like, no! I can't end this volume by myself. Take me with you. Blake and Ruby literally fall into Volume 9. Literally. Super chat's in here. Let's see. Thanks for the super chats. Let me take a look here. Thanks, super chat. Axis. Neo could have been a great neutral party with the reason to hate Cinder faction because she forced her enrollment into conflict, but has no reason to like the gang either. Agreed. If you're gonna bring it back, Neo, I'd rather her be more neutral, not be so manipulated, not be so much of a. Basically, I want her to be a character, and she wasn't. JCFK Janet, are you gonna talk about how Team RWBY are the real bad guys here? They kept getting relics out for Salem when they're. Yeah, they keep taking the relics. What did I say when the volume started? If they were smart, they would have had Penny fly off into some random direction. That way, nobody can open the relic. That way, no one could open the vault. Salem wants to get into the vault. If Penny is gone, they could not open it. I said that from the very beginning. But Team RWBY keeps opening up the vaults. Well, they didn't keep doing it. They did it in this case. They did it. And now, of course, Salem was going to get her hands on it once you open the damn vault. The point is to keep the vault closed. But no, we can use it to evacuate people. Are you guys that stupid? Keep the vault. What's the point of having the vault? You're going to take the relics out of the vault. And then what are you going to do it? Hide it under your bed? Jesus Christ. I mean, think, people. Think. You got to think. Okay, Jack Zhang. Thanks for the chat. I canceled my first subscription. Sucks for Rooster Teeth. I watched when the show was only teased in trailers up to now. I stuck it out in volumes 4, 5, and 7, and 8. No more. Oh, I'm sorry that they made you freaking cancel your first subscription. Yeah, man, that's how it works. When people are disappointed, they will cancel the subscription. Yeah, sucks for them. The thing, thanks for super chat again, Axis. The thing with Cinder is she really should have won in Volume 5. Raven being the Maiden is borderline continuity breaking. She killed Vernal. She should have won. She didn't as her reason to go full idiot. Let's see. Cinder really should have won in Volume 5. Should she have won in Volume 5? Vernal was never the Maiden. That was the whole point. Vernal shouldn't have died either because it was stupid that her aura, they tried to say that her aura was down, but Vernal shouldn't have died to begin with. Because why would I believe that a character in a situation where the plan was to ambush Cinder, why would her aura be down? That doesn't make any sense. That was just stupid. But yeah, I don't have a problem with Cinder losing and to Raven, really. Not unless I'm forgetting something. It's been a while. I don't watch Volume 5 that much. So forgive me, because I stopped watching Volume 5. I haven't seen that volume in a while. It's the worst volume of RWBY. So I try to avoid that volume. So maybe I'm forgetting something. Thanks for the super chat. I try to block out that volume. All right. I'll catch back up with the super chats in a second. I need to move on a little bit here. So Weiss, I believe that's next. Weiss with no aura shoots Cinder a few times, right? And I'm like, Cinder's aura is never going to break this chapter, is it? She's not fatigued. She's not tired. Her aura is not taking any hits. She's just tanking everything. Like, How is this woman not fatigued at this point? It's almost as if the writers forgot. It's almost as if the writers forgot that a character needs to be fatigued at some point. But Cinder is just constantly going. Almost like they think we're not going to notice that a character has been fighting for the whole damn time and is still going full throttle. But when she fought Raven, she got super tired really quick. But in this fight, she has lungs for days. She had that endurance for days. Oh well. What can I say? And Yang right now, Weiss fighting with no aura. But yeah, Penny gets hit with the Grim Arm, and I'm like, was her aura ever broken? The answer to the question is no. So how did this happen? I don't understand. Well, she didn't get hit with Grim Armor here. She might get hit with the Grim Armor here in a second. Let me see how far I need to go. Here it is. Here she is hit with the Grim Arm. And I'm like, what? So Weiss thinks her teammates are dead. Cinder taunts her and she's like, you wouldn't know anything about friends. I'm like, good one, Penny. Good one. That'll show her. You wouldn't know anything about having friends. Okay, Penny, good comeback there. And then she gets hit with a Grim Arm. I'm like, okay, her aura never broke. So how did this happen? Are they suggesting that Penny dropped her aura? Aura isn't passive, you know. Are they suggesting that she pulled a Vernal and dropped her aura like an idiot? What's going on here? If they want us to believe that Cinder's attack was so strong that it broke through the last bit of her aura, you show the damn break. Show the aura break if that's the case. They keep doing shit like this. A character doesn't have any aura break, then next thing you know they get stabbed. Show the break. If her attack was so strong that it broke through the last bit of her aura, show the aura break in this moment. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. And it will cause a lot less confusion. Show the break. That's all. I don't understand why they keep doing this. Like, her aura never breaks the whole entire chapter, but then she gets stabbed. Show the break. I don't understand why they keep doing this. Maybe you guys understand, but I don't. Show because plot. I don't like that answer. It's probably the truth, but I don't like that answer at all. Super chat again from Toll Over. I would have been fine with Cinder stomping on Neo's hand if Neo had spit on her or something indicating that she still hated Cinder. Yeah, that would have been better. Sure, if she showed that she still hated Cinder, that would have been better. Sure. But Neo is shown to be an idiot who trusted Cinder after all of that. Did I just see Weiss use a gun? Yes, you did, anime guy RWBY critics. Yes, you did. She has a gun on her weapon. She shot her a couple times, but apparently Cinder is just like, you know, OP today. In this chapter, she's OP. She doesn't get hurt at all. There are 1,700 people in here. Let's see. Let's get to 2,000. Probably not. That's probably a pipe dream. But if we do get to 2,000, let me know. Because I'm not really checking on the count as much. Oh, let me send out a tweet here. Like almost over 2,000. See if I get more people in here. Almost over 2,000 people. Come on in. This won't work at all. Super chat from James Cole. Wait, is Sun the only character in the series that has lost his aura due to exhaustion? I think so. Can anyone else think of a moment where someone got so tired that Rin did a couple times. Rin did in Vacuo, I think Rin did. Rin lost his aura, his aura broke because he got tired in Vacuo, I think. Shouldn't Cinder be able to take damage from the Grim Arm Yes, she should. So I don't know why our heroes aren't aiming for the damn Grim Arm. Because we've seen that Aura doesn't. Wait a minute. What? Wait. Aura does not protect her Grim Arm. So why in the hell? Stop making me think of this stuff, chat. Stop. No one ever attacked her Grim Arm specifically when that Grim Arm is not protected by her aura. Ugh! Oh my god, I forgot all about that. Oh my goodness. I forgot all about that, man. Nico, I feel bad for Neo fans. They brought her back because she's a fan favorite, but all the writers could do with her is have Cinder use her and betray her. Yeah. Neo's just a plot device. I can't believe no one attacked her Grim Arm. I can't believe no one. You're right. I forgot about that. Thank you, chat. I completely forgot about that. No one ever attacked her Grim Arm. Wow. Because freaking Winter cut her arm off in volume 7, but no one else even tried. Yeah. Okay, I'm done seeing Penny freaking get hit. Let's move on. All right. So Penny's hurt, but she doesn't think John has enough time to save her. So her suggestion is to have John kill her so she can transfer the power. And I'm like, what? John kills Penny. That's not a joke. John kills Penny, just like Pyrrha did in volume 3. So Penny's dead. She's gone. She got hurt, and he didn't save her. And she basically commits suicide. She said, "You should kill me so I can transfer the power." And he kills her. And she has a big fat smile on her face. And I'm like, what? Why did they bother bringing this character back? Why did they bring her back? Why? Why did they even waste their time giving her a human body? The reason why I thought it was unlikely that they would kill her at the end of this volume, the reason why I thought she was safe, I thought there was more story to tell here. I thought they had more stuff to do with this character now that they gave her a real body. But they just went and killed her off. Guys, she got a human body 2 chapters ago. It was 2 chapters ago she got a human body. Two chapters ago. Now she's dead. For what? What was the point of the hacking? What was the point of the virus and the new body if they're just going to kill the character and have her willingly give her powers away 48 hours later? What was even the point? She could have done that. She could have done that as a robot. You could have had the same exact story with Penny as a robot and not a human. Instead of her body bleeding, she could have been She could have been short circuiting. Instead of her body bleeding, she could have been damaged. Her body could have been damaged. And then all they have to do then is just destroy the core. Or she could just self-destruct. But they made her a human for shits and giggles. I'm not kidding. Nothing about the story changes if she's still a robot. But they made her a human for what? I'm not gonna lie. If I was a Penny fan, I would be pissed. I would be really pissed if I was a Penny fan. Like, what was the point? Like, I don't understand why they did this. Can anyone else think of... I'm looking in the chat now. Can anyone else come up with a reason why they would kill Penny? Like... And of course, it had to be John. It just had to be John, right? He had to be the one to kill her. More trauma for John. More importance for John. He gets the moment of killing Penny. Nora was completely written out of this chapter. Completely. She's gone. She's written out of the last 2 chapters completely. I'm not understanding. I don't understand. I don't. Oh well, I'm getting super chats here. Let me. I'm zoning out. My confusion has me zoning out here, and I don't even know what's going on. It's weird. Let me look at the super chat real quick. Make sure I didn't miss any. I'm a Penny fan, and I'm pissed. I don't blame you. I'm not even a big Penny fan, and I'm like, what? I don't. So safe super chat. Lois Sailor. Oops, sorry if I mispronounced that. This is the second time Penny dies. How much you want to bet they're gonna bring her alive back again? I don't think they're gonna do it this time, but I wouldn't be shocked at this point. But I wouldn't. I don't think so. But who knows? So John can save Weiss, but not Penny. Apparently Penny didn't have enough time because well, to be fair, Cinder was Cinder was there in Volume 5 as well. She was there too. So I guess you have a point there. Like she she left. She went down into the tunnel. She went down into the vault. Cinder did. I guess Penny's thought process was, you're not gonna have no time to save me now that Cinder's here. So just kill me now, and yeah. Avenge anime fan. If someone had to kill Penny, why couldn't it have been RWBY? You know, her best friend. That would have been better. That would have been more compelling. But they had to give that moment to John. You know. And at this point in the story, RWBY had already fallen. But yeah, they had to give it to John. Why wasn't RWBY the one who killed Penny? Okay, you're saying the same thing. You know, the one who was the closest relationship with her. But no, John had to do it. It would have been better. Thanks, Alila Carter. Sorry if I messed that up. Yeah, you're right. I agree. It would have been better if RWBY did it, but John had to give that moment, you know, because John is John. You know, I won't say that Miles is influencing the writing in that regard, but he is the writer, and he does do the voice for John, and John is getting a lot of great moments. Well, when I say great, I mean big moments within the show. You know. Well, another super chat from Anime Guy RWBY Critic. Well, Atlas military, the strongest one in the world, is now gone. Atlas people dying. Penny dies by assisted suicide. Writers are high or stupid. Yeah, Atlas is gone. They're like gone. Atlas is pretty much wiped out off the damn face of the earth right now, like, or the face of remnants. They're like irrelevant. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about the Atlas military. Yeah, if they could get got, I mean, what's to say that Vacuo has any chance? Thanks for that, Jack. Thanks for the generous super chat. Atlas doesn't fall immediately thanks to the dust. Use the staff to teleport Mantle's people to Atlas, repair the automated defenses, and raise Atlas. Yeah, they could have. Yeah, like I said before. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for the super chat. Like I said before, there's like a dozen of ways they could have used the relic to save Atlas. Dozens of matter of fact, not dozens, infinite amount of ways they could have used a relic, and they didn't. They picked the dumbest solutions possible, especially Ironwood. But apparently, he has a semblance. I'll get into that later about Ironwood's semblance. But semblance that made him narrow focused and only makes him do the one thing that's on his mind, and he can't really think or come up with any alternate solutions. Is always the worst solution according to his semblance, right? I think I just want to Alexander Fernandez. I think I just want to repeat the shock from the finale of Volume 3 every freaking time. Volume 3 finale is my favorite of the entire series. I love Volume 3 finale. It's the strongest close to a volume by far. Another generous super chat. I like how Rooster Teeth can't show Penny's death, but the death of Pyrrha was far more gruesome. Yeah, why not just show the death? I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. They should have just shown the damn death. I don't know why they didn't. Wow. I'll catch up with the super chats again. Let me just push forward a little bit here. I'll get back to the super chats. I see you. I promise. I see you. I'll get to those in a second here. So Penny gives up the power. I'm like, oh, okay. So wow. All right. So Penny's gonna give up the power here. That's interesting. Wow. I'm surprised they're killing her off. I'm surprised she gotta die. But okay. She's gonna give the power to Weiss because Weiss is struggling right now, as you can see in that pass shot. Like if you see in the background here. You look at the background, Weiss is over here struggling for her life, fighting Cinder with no aura. Look at her. No aura and fighting in the background. All right, so in my mind, I'm like, all right, she's gonna give the power to Weiss, and Weiss will now be the Winter Maiden. Because she's struggling for her life right now as we speak. But no, Weiss is on her own, according to Penny, because the power is going to Winter. Weiss, you're on your own. You could die at any moment, but you're on your own. Now, this is just hilarious. I mean, now I'm actually happy that Winter got the Maiden power because I wanted her role to be elevated in the show. I didn't want Winter to die. But come on, this is just hilarious. You have Weiss over there fighting for her life, like struggling to with every last breath. And Penny's like, all right, Weiss, I'm sorry, but this is going to Winter. Sorry. You're going to have to hold your own. It's hilarious. I'm actually happy about that because I don't want any member of RWBY to get the power. I don't want Team RWBY members to have the Maiden power. But I just thought it was funny that Weiss was almost about to die, getting no aura, fighting against Cinder, and she's like, all right, I'm going to give it to... I mean, Winter could have been dead for all she knew. Winter could have been already dead. Winter could have been far away, but she's like, all right, I'll give it to Winter. Winter deserves it. Penny took the Maiden power when she knew Winter was supposed to get it in the first place, last volume, just to give it to Winter in the end. So what exactly is the purpose of Penny in this show? Why is Penny here? Was it just purely fan service? Let's walk through this for a second. Let's just walk through this. Bear with me here. Penny was brought back in Volume 7 beginning the debut. Volume 7 review. The Volume 7 debut, she was brought back, right? She was then framed in Mantle. There was no ramifications. Nothing bad happened to her. By about 4 chapters later, everything was completely fine. Then they made her a maiden. So I'm like, oh, okay. So the purpose of bringing Penny into the show was to make her a maiden. Gotcha. Then she helps elevate the Amity Coliseum with a tower on top of it, so RWBY could get the message out to the world that they needed help. But that didn't matter because the Atlas fell and Mantle was destroyed so that was useless. That was pointless. And then she gets hacked. Nothing bad happens. She doesn't kill anyone when she's hacked. She doesn't hurt anyone while she's hacked. She just gets a new body. And then from there, she gets killed. What? So what was Penny's purpose? Just to be the gatekeeper? Was she the gatekeeper for the Maiden power? I guess Winter had to prove herself to Penny. Wow. So the reason why Winter was supposed to get the Maiden power, Penny took it. They never actually elaborated on why that was. We can only assume. We can only assume that she didn't think Winter was gonna use it the right way because Winter was still working for Ironwood. So she took it so Winter couldn't get it. So then Winter had to then prove herself to Penny to get the Maiden power. So basically, Penny's service in the show is like the gatekeeper. She's like the gatekeeper. She's like the gatekeeper of the Maiden power. You have to prove yourself to Penny before you can get the power. What? I don't know. I just don't know. Oh wait, and why did Penny tell Weiss? Did Penny tell Winter that her sister is about to die? Hey, when she gets the power, you might want to go help your sister. She's about to die by the hands of Cinder, just so you know. You might want to run out there to go save your sister, Winter, all right? Bye now. Jeez. Okay, let me see if I can, like, a whole bunch of super chats came in. Let me make sure I don't Let me get to some of these. But yeah, I don't understand what's going on with Penny, man. I don't know. That's Penny fans. I feel for you. She came and gone. They're better off to letting her stay dead, like I said. But people wouldn't listen. They wouldn't listen, man. I don't know what to tell you. I missed a lot. Let's see. Raven was the only person to point out that Cinder's arm wasn't protected. At this point, at this whole thing with Penny was pointless. I called she would die though. Yeah, Raven was the only one who called it out. I don't know how anyone else couldn't. Because Raven's not that smart, so I don't know why anyone else didn't say, oh yeah, let's attack the arm. And Winter saw that as well. Winter saw that her arm could be hit, and she was in pain when her arm got cut. So I don't know why more people didn't do that. And Penny was there. Penny was there when Winter cut Cinder's arm off. So just showed the importance of the human soul. Is that what Penny's purpose was, Arthur? Do you really need Penny for that? Or did you really have to turn her into a human? She had a soul before she came out human. So what's the point of turning her into? Maybe that's why they brought her back from the dead. Sure, but what's the point of the whole human thing? Why give her a human body just for her to lose it and die? It just makes sense. I know. Aliyah Carter. I keep messing up that. I'm terrible at names, just so you know. Miss Carter, or Mr. Carter, whichever it was. And now John is with Team RWBY in Volume 9. Yeah. I'm gonna get to that. That's don't worry. I have a whole. It's in my notes. The whole John getting to. Thanks for super chat. I'll get to that in a second. I don't want to repeat it here. I don't want to be repetitive later. I'm getting to that. John being with Team RWBY. So Penny's dead body fell too. So are we gonna witness something with that in Volume 9, or are we just gonna forget that? We're just gonna forget that. Is the answer to that question. Because if you remember, with Penny's body was freaking. Well, then again, no, because we see dead bodies all the time. They're just gonna forget that. We won't see dead Penny's body. We won't see it. We're just gonna forget that. Just so you know. Thanks for super chat, Watson. Girl Geek with the 300. Wow, $30. Thanks for the generous super chat, Girl Geek. That's what I've been saying for the past 24 hours. They gave her a body for nothing, and I'm not even a huge Penny fan. Yep, we agree, Girl Geek. GG, we agree. They gave her a body for nothing, for the shits and giggles. Nothing about her story needed her to be human. The same thing could have happened with her being a robot. She received the aura, or she received the maiden power as a robot. She could have lost the maiden power as a robot. It's to be consistent. They did that for the shits and giggles. I don't know what else could be the reason. Michael Rivers, Penny died 3 times. 3 times. 3. What was the point? First fan service, and for I don't know. Maybe Arthur's right, for to show the importance of the human soul, but for the sake of the people who love that character, it was a disservice, because the emotional weight of her dying was better in Volume 3. That was more heavier than this. This is just like rinse and repeat. You've already done this. You already killed the character. Why bring her back? Crucial Storm. This was a really cruel moment move from Rooster Teeth. Killed off as soon as she got a new body. They really don't like redheads in the show, do they? They really don't. Like, I don't have a problem with Penny dying, but the way they did it just seemed weird. Like, why go through the trouble of giving her a new body? Just to subvert expectations? Okay, I guess, but there's more story to tell there, I think. And if you're going to bring her back from the dead, let her stay around long enough. Then 2 volumes. It's just silly. If you're going to bring her back, do something with her that's interesting. They didn't do anything interesting. Nothing was compelling at all. That's why I'm disappointed she's dead. I don't care about Penny. But if you're going to bring a character back who had a strong moment, her death was heavy in the show. It didn't make a lot of sense how people reacted because she's a robot, but her death was heavy. So why bring her back just to kill her off again in a less impressive manner? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Sigma 551. Anyone from RWBY did tweet, someone from RWBY did tweet that they finished the volume the day before they dropped the episode, and it kind of shows. I didn't know that. Thanks for super chat. I did not know that at all. Nico Nolan. They should have written Winter getting the maiden powers in volume 7 in the first place. Penny's maiden powers went nowhere. Agreed. Jaren, Gibson, all they had to do was have Penny tell Winter Cinder was about to kill her sister, which would have also made Winter's dismissal of Ironwood better. Yeah. Why didn't they do that? Your sister needs your help. Simple. Because she sure as hell dismisses, just like pushes Ironwood away very quickly and jump through the portal. So why not just have her say, "Oh, by the way, Weiss needs your help"? That would have been so much better. I agree. I don't know why they didn't do that. Unrelated, but notice T Sola with the super chat. Thanks so much. Unrelated, but notice how we hear the same philosophical thing every bit of dialogue. Trust this, trust that. You're scared. I'm scared. Everything's messed up. Hopeless. We're screwed, etc. I didn't catch that. But I don't doubt it. You're exactly right. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Thanks for the super chat. Ah, man. Let me. I know I missed some more super chats, but let me like push on a little bit, and I'll get back to him. I promise. Let's push on. Where was I? All right, so what's the Maiden power? She's drunk on the Maiden power now. She makes quick work of Ironwood. Like what's his face said. They should have just had. The person was right. They should have had Penny tell Winter that her sister was in danger. That's why she had to like abruptly run away from Ironwood here. But they didn't do that for whatever reason. I don't know why they didn't. So she jumps through the portal and starts fighting Cinder. And once again, somehow Cinder has limitless energy. She's still going full throttle, not burnout at all. Turn off your brain, people. Turn off your brain. Cinder is still fighting. No fatigue, no injury, no aura loss. Just straight going full throttle, like nothing's going, like nothing. She hasn't been fighting for the last I don't know how many minutes. You just gotta turn your brain off. That's what they want you to do. Turn it off. The writing was finished from a writing point of view when Volume 6 ended. Volume 8, was it? Well, I didn't know that. Thanks for the information, Allie. But yeah, this show, man, I don't like. You gotta turn your brain off a lot. Weiss is in danger. She's in danger. Penny can tell Winter. Let's see. I'll get back to the super chats in a second. So then Weiss. So Weiss is the last of Team RWBY. She's the last standing of Team RWBY. And she falls now because Winter had to be there to see it. So she falls for the sake of Winter seeing it at this point. But she was the last one. But Winter had to watch her fall. When Cinder gets both relics, and Winter says, "You're going to pay for this." So yeah, Cinder won. She basically won. She's going to win for the first time in years here. Guys, Cinder actually won. She uses the staff for something. We'll see later what it was. But she uses the staff for something. And these portals, the portals in this pocket dimension start to vanish. John tries to escape, but he fails miserably. And he falls into Volume 9. Because, of course, it had to be John that joins Team RWBY in Never Neverland. It had to be John who killed Penny. It had to be John that fell as well to join up with Team RWBY. It always has to be John. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah, Volume 9 has been written already. According to, that's true. Elizabeth Maxwell is, I like Elizabeth Maxwell. She's great. I'm a fan of hers. She's good. I like her as Winter. I like her other work. I like her voice. I'm a fan of Elizabeth Maxwell in the show. Who's the voice of Winter. I like her a lot. But yeah, John falls into Volume 9, and John is the one who killed Pyrrha. Not Pyrrha. Well, she didn't kill Pyrrha because he should have gotten help. But he kills Penny, and he jumps into Volume 9 with Team RWBY. Because John is gonna John. And the writers are gonna let John be John. And John has got to be relevant to the storyline at all times. You know how it is at this point, guys. Okay, let's look at some of these super chats. Anthony With a super chat. Why does Penny die 3 times? Because comedy comes in 3? I guess so. I like it. Thanks for the super chat. Honestly, Penny, on top of fan service, everything around her felt like emotional manipulation. Also, just terrible writing. Thanks for the super chat, Stint Vishva. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the double super chat, Infamous Prime. This whole Atlas arc was just garbage. Well, that's nice. Volume 7 was definitely garbage. And yeah, this whole Atlas, it was kind of disappointing for sure. Disappointing for sure. I don't know if I go as far as saying garbage, but it was definitely disappointing. Luke Jones, Penny's death was dumb and pointless. John could have picked up her injured body, ran past the portal, then heal her. Yeah, he probably could have gotten away with that. Just that Weiss would probably die. But then Weiss got knocked off anyway, so. Yeah, but Penny wanted to go out. So basically, you have to think of it as Penny's like, no, don't do it. I'd rather die here. You have to trust me. She wanted to die to transfer the power. She was a willing participant. She basically committed suicide. She told him to kill him. So she didn't want that. But yeah, if he wanted to, he'd probably pick her up and run. Just had to sacrifice Weiss in the process. Weiss had to hold her off long enough. But again, Cinder should have been in trouble for more than she was. But Cinder was just OP the whole time. She wasn't fatigued, wasn't burnt down, wasn't exhausted at all, wasn't losing her aura. She was just constantly at the same level the entire 2 chapters. Which was an interesting choice, if I do say so myself. Alright, so then after John fails to leave and falls into volume 9, we cut to Vacuo here, and everyone in Vacuo thinks Team RWBY is dead and John is dead. They're all sad. They all think that Team RWBY is dead. They all think John is dead. So that's pretty much where we leave off of volume 9 for the main storyline. Everyone thinks our heroes are dead, but they're really not, of course. And then, sorry, Winter, your sister is dead. No, she's not. Then we have Salem. She's traveling via black smoke. She's returned to the show. I'm like, oh, that's a cool trick there. Probably should have entered smoke mode when Hazel grabbed you earlier in the volume. If she can travel via smoke mode here, why hasn't she been doing that the whole time? What can I even say about Salem? There was no reason why Salem had to be here. There is no reason why Salem had to be in this volume. 0. Absolutely 0 reason for Cinder or Salem to be here. There's no reason for her to be here. She did nothing. She did nothing the whole entire volume. This has been a how to not treat your big bad 101. That Salem video is going to be a doozy. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be a doozy. I don't even know what to say about Salem at this point. She was a irrelevant big bad. She did accomplish nothing. When Cinder did all the work, Salem was just there. She did not have to be there. She could have sent the whale with the damn Hound Grim, and she just could have communicated via the Seer Grim. She did not have to get her ass off the couch and travel on the whale. She didn't. I don't know what else to tell you. Here's a real problem with RWBY. No one wants to use their power when it needed to. If Monty was still okay, I can't dive into Monty issues or Monty comments. I won't do that. I like how Maiden powers require literally 1 second to master. Yeah, there's no really any learning or training. I don't know why the fall Maiden, Amber, was so trash. According to them, she was inexperienced. But everybody seems OP when to get the Maiden power. So it's just a contradiction that it's not even consistent. The whole Maiden training bullshit is not consistent at all. Everybody's strong with the Maiden power no matter what. Cinder is still working for Salem. She's still under Salem, and I really don't like it. I really don't. At this point, they should have went all in on Cinder going solo. Cinder should have broken away from Salem at this point. She could have used the relic to give herself a new arm, ridding herself of the Grim arm, but she doesn't. There are a bunch of ways she could have used the relic to get rid of that damn arm and to give herself an edge against Salem. There's a bunch of ways she could have used that staff to help rid herself of Salem. She could have. But the writers are hell-bent on having Cinder still be under Salem, and I don't get it because it's not interesting at all. She lies her ass off to Salem and gives her the relics. And I'm like, why? It'd be more interesting if Cinder broke away. And she took this time at this point, after this volume, she breaks away from Salem, but that's not the case here. She could have used the relic to get rid of the arm. She doesn't. I'm just over Cinder, to be completely honest with you. I don't really know what to tell you. We find out that she used the relic to kill Watts, basically. She kills Watts with the relic. Atlas falls and she flies off with Salem. I'm sorry, but did the character actually develop? What changed? What changed for Cinder, really? She used people before, and she used people now. The only difference here is that she had the relics to use this time. Before, she didn't have the relics, and now she does. She can no longer use the Relic of Knowledge, and Watts was her only resource that was smart, and now he's gone. So what now? I guess you could say she learned that she needs to be smarter. That's what she learned. I learned that I need to be smarter. I have to make smarter decisions. But is that really interesting? Your development is I need to be better with my decision making? Oh, okay. Big whoop. Cinder is like, nothing really changed for her at all. She betrayed Neo, and though Neo's a dumbass. And then she made sure that Watts died. And then, now what? She's now under Salem again. Okay. Her last word this volume was checkmate. So she must be a shipper, right? And the title of the chapter was The Last Word, but it should have just been checkmate. That would have been better off. I mean, all the words this volume have been one word. So why not all the names of the chapters have been one word? They should have just been consistent and call it checkmate. Checkmate should have been the chapter title, but it wasn't. It was just The Last Word, which was checkmate. But I don't know. They left Ironwood on the ground. They left him for dead. Ironwood is sitting there in the damn vault, believed to be dead now, even though they didn't show him die. Could he have survived? I don't know how, but no body, no death. So I guess he still could be alive. Ironwood, what a disaster. Oh, here's another thing about Ironwood. Ironwood's semblance, if he is dead, Ironwood's semblance is not canon. I don't give a damn what RWBY says. I don't give a damn what they say at the panels, in the commentary. If this is his last of Ironwood, if he's dead, his semblance is not canon because it was not in the show. I don't care what they say. It's not canon. His semblance metal, it's not canon. I don't care what they say. It's not. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, let's look at some super chats here. I'm sure I missed a few. That man's semblance is not canon. What say you guys? Is it canon? 1 for yes if it's canon, 2 for no if it's not canon. If it's not in the show, is Ironwood's semblance canon? Yes for yes 1, no 2. Let's look at some super chats here. Checking on the super chats. Two. No. I see a 3 in there. Two. A bunch of 2s. Yeah, I mean, if it's not in the show, then why bother making it canon? The casual viewer has no idea it's canon. They don't know about the semblance, so why make it canon? Poor Watts went out by fire. Yeah, you guys agree. Mostly 2s. All right, let's look at the super chats. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. Thanks for super chat. ROH. Question: how does Winter, who was military trained, wasn't able to beat Cinder, who was half-assed trained by a huntsman? Because I guess the implication is Cinder's been trained by Salem for all these years, so that's the explanation as to why she should be stronger. And we've seen Cinder fight throughout the volume, but yeah, I guess the implication is she learned later on from other sources, including Salem. So yeah, but there's ways to say that she got stronger off screen. I mean, there's a lot of time between her flashback and what we've seen in the show, so she probably just got stronger by training in other facets and other people with other people. Luis Perez, super chat. Why didn't they use the staff to make a ship large enough and fast enough to carry everyone to Vacuo? Because they didn't write the script, so they're limited with their options because they're whatever the writers say goes. That's why. That's the truth. That's the truth of the answer. In the show, they're dumb for not coming up with a better solution, but with the writers, it's because that's just what they wanted to do. Espio, I'm messing that up. Sorry. Thanks for the chat. Cinder is so much of a short-sighted Neanderthal that she kills off Watts for petty, revengeful crap, but also makes the staff of creation useless for the villains. Rip to one of the most competent villains. Yeah, Watts is dead. One of the better written characters, one of the better villains in the show is dead by the hands of the worst character in the show, Cinder. Because Cinder was petty, and one of her enemies, she sees Watts as an enemy, and she wanted him to die. But before she killed him, she needed to use him apparently. But yeah, Watts is dead. But then again, nobody knows death, right? So everyone can still be alive. But Watts is dead according to what we've seen in the show. Michael Rivers, or Mikael Rivers, whichever what it is. Thanks for that. So Neo and Penny were fan service and nothing more. I love both characters, but you're all right. They're nothing but plot devices. Yeah, especially Neo. Neo's below Penny. Neo's not even a character. She's just a straight up plot device. Penny was fan service more so than plot device, but yeah, I agree. We're on the same page. They're both disappointing characters. They're both brought back because of fans. Why don't they use the staff to create a gun that could completely wipe someone's memories clean and use it on Salem? She's not dead, but she's not herself. I didn't think about that. Can you make a gun? Well, the reason why, because the writers didn't want to do that. But can you make a gun? Can they make a gun that will wipe memories? I don't know. Thanks for super chat. Did Cinder really learn? Jose Fernandez. Did Cinder really learn? All she did was make Neo and Watts think that she cares. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought she learned something. I thought the whole point was that, I thought her development was, I learned that you can't do it alone. I thought that was dumb. If you watched my last stream, I thought that didn't make much sense because she used people before and she worked with people before. She worked with Adam and Mercury and Emerald and Roman, so she knows the value of teamwork. She knows the value of working with other people. So that never rung true. But now they're showing that she didn't learn anything. She just knows that she needs to backstab. She needs to backstab people better. That's all she really learned. So she didn't really learn much of anything. Yeah, she didn't really do anything at all. I don't really think the character developed that much. So I don't see any real growth there. She just was petty and took out Neo and Watts in a more clever way because they actually believed that she was on the up and up. I guess they didn't see her being vengeful, but she absolutely was. I don't know how Neo didn't see that coming. I don't know how Watts could trust Cinder at all. It's a lot of characters were stupid for the sake of the plot here in the end, especially when it comes to Cinder's storyline. Dim chapped lips. Can we all call Team RWBY heroes anymore? They're literally hanging Salem everything she wants, and their actions led to Atlas' destruction. They mean well according to the script, but yeah, they're failing miserably. They screwed up by lying to Ironwood, and then they screwed up here by how they handled the whole Salem situation in Volume 8. So yeah, they're heroes. They just suck at it. They're bad heroes. They're bad at doing their job. Can we even ask? Thanks for super chat, Kaylin Payne. Can we even ask what it is that Cinder even wants with all of this? I don't know what she wants. Sure, she can get the Maiden powers, but what then? That would require the freaking writers to actually tell that story and actually elaborate on that, but they haven't done that yet. World domination, more respect from others, build a new life. What's her end game? We don't know. The people were hoping that the backstory would help, but the backstory didn't give us anything. It just gave us more questions because the backstory didn't even line up with the current story. Like the backstory, she wanted to be free. She wanted freedom. She wanted the freedom to leave and be open and free. That's why she wanted to be a huntsman. And then in the present time, she wants power, and she wants to be feared. And the two don't correlate. She wanted freedom. She got her freedom, but then she sacrificed her freedom by working under Salem. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. That's why the character is bad. She's the worst character in the show still. Because Neo is not a character. They turned Salem into probably the least intimidating big bad. John, Yang, and Ren saw her, and Yang just talked back to her. Halo took her out easily, and it made no sense. She's barely feared. Yep, and that's what I'm going to address in my Salem video. You were absolutely right, Neela. It's embarrassing that the big bad came across the way she did, and it's very disappointing that this is her introduction to like the main storyline. So like, she got pushed to the forefront, and this is what she got. It's very disappointing. I'm gonna catch back up on the super chats here in a second. I'm just gonna push on, and I'll catch back up with the super chats. So after Ironwood is left for dead and Winter flies off, water comes pouring into Mantle and the Kingdom of Atlas because that might as well happen. And that's Volume 8. The show ends. Before we get into the end credit scene, I'll just stop here for a second. Because Salem won, and she didn't have to do anything. Yep, that's how it ends. Cinder and Salem fly off with the relics. Salem didn't have to do anything, and Salem won without lifting a finger. She was out of the volume for most of the volume, and she won. Yeah, that's Volume 8. So what was actually good in this finale? Cinder winning, because it's something different. They changed it up. Instead of Cinder getting her ass kicked or losing, she won. So that was different. That's one thing. Visually, I thought it was beautiful. The chapter had a lot of really cool shots. The effects were really nice. It was really done. It was done beautifully. The look of the show, the look of this chapter at least, looked very nice. I give the animators credit for that. Some of the animation was clunky, but most of it was pretty good. I applaud the writers for that. Not the writers, but the animators for that. Direction I thought was fine. It could have been. I mean, it was okay. Our heroes lost, so that was good. I got tired of seeing our heroes winning, so they lost. So that was good as well. I'm disappointed that Ren and Nora both made it out alive. We barely got Nora at all, but she's fine. Crow and Robin are both alive, which is frustrating. Why are they still in the show? Crow is done. I don't know what's the point of him being in the show anymore. I mean, his storyline has been done for a while. He's pointless. He's an awful character at this point. Crow needs to go. Robin, my God. They just must love the voice actress, because I have no idea why Robin is still here. She should have died. Ironwood's death was off screen. If he's dead, good, because the character was done a disservice. His character was shot completely. So I'm glad he's dead. If he's not, I'm gonna be disappointed, because that semblance of his is it's not canon, and I'd rather him just be gone and dead. So yeah, let's hope Ironwood is actually dead. Finale, Cinder was the bad. Cinder was never tired or never exhausted. She was never hurt, really. She was just tanking the whole entire chapter, and it didn't feel true. It seemed really weird and not and kind of off the whole chapter for me. Everyone fell. No one was really hurt besides Penny. I'm not sure why she was killed off the way she did and the time she was. Like, what was the point of that? I don't understand. I don't get it. You give her a body and then kill her off. I don't understand. Neo, I went on a rant about Neo. She's a plot device that needs to go. She doesn't need to be in the show anymore. And our heroes and John fell into Volume 9. And yeah, that's just where I'm at with this show. I don't know where this volume ranks. I know it's better than Volume 7. I'll give it that. Volume 5 is the worst. Volume 7 is the second worst. This is better than Volume 7. How much, where it lands in the ranking, I don't know. I can just say that it's better than Volume 5 and Volume 7. That's all I can say. It might be the third worst, maybe. I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to watch this volume back and reflect on what they did. They really disappointed me with Salem. They really disappointed me with Ironwood. Volume 7 is even worse now because of what they did with Ironwood. I told you guys that Volume 7 was only even remotely redeeming because of what they did with Ironwood. And if Ironwood was dropped in Volume 8, if they didn't follow through with Ironwood in Volume 8, Volume 7 would be much worse off, and that's what happened. So now Volume 7 is even worse now. So it's closer to Volume 5 now, Volume 7 is. How much closer? I don't know. I'll still give it an edge over Volume 5, but it's down there. Volume 5 and Volume 7, man, is really bad. We'll see where Volume 8 lands. Some people think Volume 8 is just as bad as Volume 5. Wow. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to dig into that. I'll have to really think about it and really find out where I want to rank this volume. Let's look at, before I talk about the end credit scene, let's look at some super chats really quick, shall we? Let's check that out really quick. Thanks for everyone who stuck with me so far. Still a lot to talk about. Still a decent amount to talk about with that end credit. So don't go anywhere anytime soon, because that end credit scene, there's stuff I need to talk about for sure. With that little end credit there. All right, where did I leave off with the super chats? Let's see. Cinder lied to Salem about Team RWBY using the last question, and if Watts was around, he would call her out on it. Also, she hates him. Yeah, she does hate him. She does hate him. And yeah, she straight up lied. She lied. She said that she said that that Neo killed RWBY. She said that they used the last question, was a damn lie. So yeah, she's a liar. I don't know if Salem knows she's lying. Probably not. But yeah, Cinder's lying straight to her teeth to Salem. I'd argue that the only thing, from Mike, the super chat, I argue that the only thing the writer screwed up on Watts' end was his possible end. His death, basically. Yeah, Watts was solid for the most part, the last two volumes. She was good in Volume 7. He was solid in this chapter, in this volume. The killing of Watts is kind of questionable, but I'm not surprised he died. Because what else do they have for him? What else is there for the Watts? His whole arc was centered around Ironwood, in Atlas, so it makes sense that it would end here. But maybe they should have just had him die in Volume 7. That would have been a better way to go out. Now he's dead by way of Cinder, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, he was one of the better written characters, and now he's gone. So now he's left with Cinder and Tyrion. Big question from thanks for the chat. KK, why didn't John go to Ren to keep the Grimm cameo up? That's a very good question. I thought about that as well. That's what I would have done. But if he did that, then John wouldn't be able to fall into Volume 9 with Team RWBY. And what even what's the over dramatic fall of Yang? Like, what's the plan anymore? Why go to the Bandit Desert? We'll get into that in a second. Yeah, John definitely should have went with Ren to keep the people safe in the vacuo. I don't know why he didn't. He was out there getting people to enter into the damn portal, but he didn't have to do that. He could have went ahead. They could have Emerald do that. Emerald would have been better off. Now that I think about it, these writers think they're so slick. They think they're so slick. Emerald went ahead because they know Emerald is OP, and Cinder would not be able to do what she did with Emerald there. But it doesn't make any sense that Emerald would be there. It will make sense that Emerald stayed behind to use her semblance if something bad happens, right? If Cinder was to pop up, Emerald should be there. Because Emerald's, like they showed in the Ironwood's fight that lasted less than a minute, Emerald is OP, and when Emerald's there, she's a big asset. But they sent Emerald ahead to get her out of the way so she wouldn't be able to face Cinder and help the heroes. And they kept John back instead of going ahead, which would have made more sense for John to go ahead and help Rin keep his aura up to mask the people. But they couldn't do that because they needed John back to kill Penny and fall into Volume 9 with Team RWBY. You're exactly right. It's stupidness. Emerald should have stayed back. John should have went ahead. Absolutely. Shadow Mark. Unrelated, kind of. I hope RWBY game by Way Forward and Arc says has better writing through. Though I doubt it. I will probably not get that game. So yeah, but we'll see. It probably. I don't know like what kind of game it's gonna be anyway, but we'll see. It's over, Anakin. I have the headspace. Yeah, I know, right? The guy under a bridge. The Aesops weren't in the right headspace, so you know. When Ambrosius mentions time space, I seriously thought the writers would pull an Avengers move with the time travel, not to continue the story, but to have travel back to time to retcon everything. Corporal Russo. Thanks for super chat. We're gonna get into this time space here in a second when it comes to this freaking end credit. So hang on tight. Jack Zhang, props to Winter's voice actress for her Weiss scream. Yes, Elizabeth Maxwell is an actual voice actress and she's very good. Go on Twitter, tell her she did a good job. Tell her Vex viewer sent you there. Elizabeth Maxwell, Twitter, she did a good job. Let her know. She's really good. Actual sister moment. RWBY trash sibling. RWBY's a trash sibling. Yeah. She totally could have saved Went Yang. Yeah, but props to Elizabeth Maxwell. She's very good. She's good at her job. She actually she's also Ymir in Attack on Titan. She plays, and she was also she did Ghost in the Shell for I thought one of the English dubs. She did Ghost in the Shell voiceover for that character as well. For the main character, Mike, it really says something about the writing when I'm more upset about how Watts was potentially killed off than the tropical fate of the protagonist. Spot on, Mike. Spot on. Before I talk, let me just run through this a little bit more super chats before I get into the if I can see them. Before I get into the end credit scene. I know it's gonna pop up again when the props to Elizabeth Maxwell. I need to drink some water. Props to Elizabeth Maxwell. I saw that one already. Let's see. Where was I? Okay. It really said something about the writing. I saw that one. Winter aura breaks and she still summons. No, she doesn't. Winter's aura never breaks. Am I wrong? Lane? Let me know. I don't think Winter's aura ever breaks. I think it flickers, but I don't think it ever breaks. I could be wrong. See, now I'm panicking. Now I need to see real quick. Let me see real quick. When did Winter's aura break? If it did, it would have been fighting Ironwood. Let's see here. All right, she's fighting Ironwood. I'm looking at it on my screen real quick. She's fighting Ironwood. She gets hit, and she falls. I don't think her aura breaks. No, it did break. Time out. Time out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lily, you are correct. Her aura totally breaks when fighting Ironwood. Whoa. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. She totally uses her summon later. She uses her glyphs later fighting Cinder. Hello? How'd that even possible? Okay, I need to write some notes down real quick, because I'm going to forget these stuff. Let me take some quick notes real quick. Quick notes. All right, so Vine, the chat helped me out today. Vine could have used his semblance to say without dying, probably, potentially. And Winter's aura broke. It totally did. It totally did. Let me look real quick and see where it was that she used it. Let me go back here real quick. Let's go back to Winter fighting Cinder. Her aura broke here, and now she's using it. Maiden power is fine. That's fine. This is fine. But she totally loses her glyphs later. But I need to see if she totally uses her glyphs. I don't have it here in the gifts, but she does use her glyphs later to fight Cinder. She does. She absolutely does. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it on the screen real quick. I'm gonna do it live. Just 1 second. Where is Winter fighting? This is great. Stream stuff. Let's see. Where is it? She comes in. She fights. There it is. Her glyphs. She's using her glyphs, but her aura is gone. She summons birds. She sure does. Jesus, this show. Before I completely rip the show, can somebody come up with an explanation? Can somebody come up with an explanation as to why her aura is recovered? Because I don't get it. Based on the rules of this show, I don't get how her aura is not. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand, guys. Someone make me understand how. Let me do this live. Now let's go all the way to the end here. Boom. The freaking glyphs is right there. Maiden powers give you aura. That's not. Since when? Maiden powers resets her aura? That's news to me. How does that work? It's a plot hole. They never established that when you get your maiden power is magic. It's separate from aura. It's separate. They've never established that the maiden power travels with the aura, but it's not something where the magic gives you aura. Magic does not enhance your soul in that regard. It's magic to be used, but it's separate from the aura. If that's the case, you should never run out of aura if you have the maiden. If you're a maiden power, if you're a maiden, you should never run out of aura. If that's the case, it doesn't make any sense. And yeah, in Cinder's Grim Arm should have been. I addressed that earlier. How it didn't make any sense that she forgot about her Grim Arm. But yeah, there's no. Oh my goodness, man! It's a plot hole. Does it make any? Did it? No, I'm bringing this up on Twitter. I'm bringing it up on Twitter. I am. I'm gonna bring it up on Twitter. Maybe someone who someone will tell me why that's the case. Why she can use her damn glyphs, but it doesn't make any sense. Her aura is broken. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 guys. That's all I can say. Ay, ay, ay. The chat is coming in strong, man. These super chats are coming in strong. I didn't even think about that. I didn't think her aura broke. That's why I didn't bring it up. I definitely would have brought it up if I thought her aura broke. Then again, we didn't even see Penny's aura broke, and she was stabbed by the arms. Where did I leave off with the super chats? Was that a super chat or was that a comment? I don't remember. Let me find. Let me see. Where was I at? Here it is from Lily Lane. Thank you, Lily Lane. You've been killing it in the super chats and in the chat. You're awesome. You're amazing. Winter aura breaks and she still summons. You're absolutely right. Good eye. Thank you so much, Lily. Crazy reply. Why they do this to Ironwood and his amazing semblance to irony. His amazing semblance, yeah. So amazing, it's terrible. Mumbler.org, can't wait for Sun, but then again, they're either going to ruin him or kill him. Sun will be an interesting. I'm happy to see Sun too. I'm happy to see Sun too. Why not? Why not at this point? Thanks for the super chat. Was it Joro June? Thanks for the super chat. Cassie Dex. I probably got that wrong. Sorry about that. Or Cassie Dex. Meanwhile, Pietro and Maria are still up in space. Yeah, they're floating around, doing nothing. I don't know if they're still on the damn Amity Coliseum. I don't know if they went through a tunnel or the portal. Who knows? They're just floating. They haven't been introduced. Penny hasn't mentioned him once. Penny doesn't care that he doesn't know that she became a body. Penny doesn't say anything about her dad. It's it's a whole thing. She dies without even mentioning her dad at all. She's dead. She just dies. All right, I'm gone. I'm not gonna say anything. She didn't tell John, tell my dad I love him. Nothing. She just dead. It's crazy. I don't know what to say. Wow. She used her aura. Her aura got broken and she still summoned. Wow. Cambrell, something like that. Thanks for the super chat. Kirby needs a fight coordinator, like someone whose entire job is to remember everyone's semblances and plan out engaging fights. See, they tell you that they do that. They tell you that they already have that, but they clearly don't. So you're right. They should definitely have one. Anthony Lubico. Thanks, Anthony, for the super chat, for the very generous super chat. Thanks so much. Maiden power is tied to aura, hence the power transfer device in Volume 3. It doesn't seem crazy to think that Penny saying, I'll be part of you, is literally that her aura becomes part of Winter's, giving her a refresh. The problem is with that, Anthony, is that contradicts the show. The soul does not transfer with the aura. Let me try that again. Let me try that again, Anthony. The soul does not transfer with the Maiden power naturally. Naturally, it's just a transfer of the Maiden power. In order to force the Maiden power to transfer with, you use the aura. That's how they use that. That's why they're using the those canisters in Volume 3. Is they're going to force the aura to transfer to the other person because there's no way to make sure it happened naturally. That's why the aura transfer with the power in that case. In this case, Penny died, and the magic transferred, not her aura. She says, I'll be a part of you, but it doesn't make sense according to what we know in the show. What we know in the show is, because Pyrrha, Amber's not in Cinder, right? And Amber's not a part of Cinder, right? Freya is not a part of Penny, right? There's been no implications of that regard. When the power transfers naturally, it's just the magic. When you force it with machinery, you have to use the aura to force the aura to take the power with it, because the magic is bound to the aura when the person is still conscious. But when the person dies, the magic leaves, not the aura, according to the show. Now, if they retconned it, which is not surprising, then you're probably right, because this show retcons left and right, Anthony. So you could be right. This is listen to the next freaking panel. The next RWBY panel will probably confirm your suspicions there, Anthony. But as far as we know so far, no, it wouldn't happen like that. But the show likes to retcon, so. But yeah, it shouldn't have happened. The Maiden power should not make your aura replenish. It's separate, as far as we know. Okay, now where was I? All right, so I got through some super chats. Does this mean Pietro will be with Winter? I don't know what Pietro gonna be doing. If aura is tied to the Maiden power, how Raven lost her aura versus Cinder and vice versa. Exactly. If the power is so locked in with the whole point of them still being able to fight without it is that it's separate. That's why when your aura breaks, you can still use your magic. If the magic is tied to aura in that regard, once the aura is finished, you shouldn't be able to use the magic, but it's separate. They can't have it both ways. What they did was they made a mistake. Now they can try to explain it away and retcon it and say, oh, well, when the Maiden power came to Winter, she got her aura back, but that's a retcon if I ever seen one. All right, let's talk about this end. Let me get back to it here. Let me close this and reopen this. Let's reopen all of them. I might want to go back to it and like this. Just jump to the end. Here we go. So for the end credit scene, we get a glimpse, a taste of why Ambrosius, if that's how you say his name, told them not to fall. We see the horrors, the absolute horrors of this tropical island wonderland where you can get mangoes and fresh squeezed orange juice and you can relax on the beach and enjoy your life in this horrible place. Don't fall, guys, because you fall, you end up in freaking Donkey Kong land or wherever the hell this is. There's birds chirping, we got the beach, we got vegetation, we got beautiful landscape. Oh, we got everything in this awful place. Don't fall, guys, because you fall, you'll be in a better show, apparently. I don't know. I'm not sure why anyone would want to return to Remnant. Remnant is shit compared to this. Look at this place. It's Disney. It's Gullah Gullah Island. It's Gilligan's Island. It's some kind of island. It's a spirit world from Avatar. It's something better than Remnant. So I'm not sure why anybody would want to return. They should just stay here. It's Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, you're right. They should just start a romantic comedy right here. Blake could date Yang, RWBY could date Weiss, and John could date Neo. It'll be great. Let me tell you something right now. This shit is so random. And thanks to all the people who stuck around. I know it's a long stream. This shit is so random. Like, how did this even happen? How does this even happen? It's almost as if the writers got tired of the same old plot lines. Like they got tired of the Salem plot line. They got tired of the Grimm and the relics. So let's just make a new show. Let's just have this whole subplot where the heroes fall. How did this happen? Think about this. Think about how random this is. Think about it. They wanted a way to get to Vacuo. So they called up Ambrosius and said, can you make a way to get to Vacuo? And instead of just making a portal that cuts straight through time space, kind of like Raven's semblance, how it cuts right through time space, instead of doing that, like a straight portal, they make this bullshit contrived pocket dimension with these pathways with no guardrails. And any other animation or any other show, it'd be obvious that you can't fall, but they make a point of having Ambrosius say, don't fall. So in that moment, we're like, oh, so people are going to fall. Clearly, you brought it up. You have the damn blue band say don't fall, so now we know people are going to fall. But it's so contrived and random, it's almost like they got tired of writing RWBY. Let's have this new subplot. We're getting tired of this whole Salem and the relics and Ozpin versus Salem. that whole the overarching narrative. We got tired of that. We're sick of that. We're done with that for a little bit. Let's have this side plot where our heroes fall down in the damn pocket dimension from the freaking pathways with no guardrails, and then get into this new reality where they had to find a way to get out. And it'll be the whole subplot of Volume 9. Are they trying to extend the show? They realize, oh, if we get to Vacuo really quick, we'll have to start writing the conclusion of the show. So instead of we want to drag this show out as long as we can. So let's have this whole subplot where our heroes fall into this in trying to travel to Vacuo. They fall into such a random ass place where Donkey Kong lives, or wherever the hell these people are living, like Kingdom Hearts or the Alice in Wonderland bullshit. So now they have to spend time trying to figure out how to get out of this. It's like I don't know. I just don't know. This is like a filler. Like what is this Volume 9? Like, it's so random. So you got John, Team RWBY, a whole bunch of other like civilians that fell out as well, and Neo in this whole Wonderland random ass bullshit of Remnant. Like, what is the world of Remnant? What is this world that you have this freaking Wonderland pocket dimension that only reason they're even here because Ambrosius made a freaking area that you could fall off of when traveling to Vacuo. It's so random. It comes out of nowhere. This comes out of nowhere. They want to get to Vacuo and he's like, don't fall. And we get this. It comes out of left field. This thing does. It's like they got tired of writing RWBY. They want to write a new show. What is this show? What is this show called? Something Island. I think. Do me a favor. Give me some names of what this show is. Cause this ain't RWBY. So give me some new names of what this possible side quest or spin-off show is. Whatever the hell this is. Please give me some names in the chat, please. Let me read some of the super chats here. We're gonna wrap up here in a second as well. But this is like super duper random. Like, I don't know what to even call this, but it ain't RWBY anymore. This is like we're bored, so let's do this now. All right, let's look at some super chats. Gullah Gullah Island is Neverland. Yeah, it's like freaking Alice in Wonderland is Neverland. It's something based off some kind of random. Thanks, Sammy. Based off some kind of random ass. We'll find out in the panels. Don't you worry what this is, or we'll find out in the commentary. Mighty Arsh, thanks for the super chat. Brooke Williams, step out of Remnant into Zelda's Link's Awakening Kingdom. Pretty much. Hearts, Kingdom Hearts, Pandora, Neverland, yeah, Narnia, yeah, whatever. Who knows what this is? Vacation Island, Island of Eternity, RWBY Dating Island, Super RWBY Party, Neverland on the Shore, Lost in Paradise, Shipbait Island, Treasure Island, The Spirit World, exactly, Avatar, Total RWBY Island, Treasure Island, Donkey Kong Island, Total Drama RWBY, Bleach episode, John's Harem coming soon. I don't know. ILNO, RWBY washed up on the shore, Fantasy Island, Plot Hole Island, Yang Jiao Long Island, The Lion King. I know, right? Paradise Island. I don't know. Like, just Pandora. It's crazy. I don't know. Let me read some of these super chats. Wouldn't Pietro can just rebuild Penny again by using his soul to bring her life? Yeah, but then he'd be dead, right? Or does he need the before he had the her core? Now that her core is gone, can he still do that? I don't know. I'm guessing Penny is gone for sure, but that's an interesting question. But I'm pretty sure Penny is gone for good at this point. I'm calling it now. The new Maiden on the there's a new Maiden on the Neverland Island. Just watch. Kaylin Payne, thanks for super chat. So you think there'll be another Maiden on Neverland Island? Now, how does she even get there? Who is even there in this freaking Neverland Island? Who's even here? Penny's death was as hollow and cheap as her return. I agreed. Neutral force. Donkey Kong Country. Finding RWBY. Yeah, that's the name of the show. Finding Team RWBY, where John and Neo will be trying to find Team Ruby. Neo's gonna want to kill Ruby. John's gonna try to find her and get out of this place. Yeah, I don't really know, man, what to call this. Madagascar. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but it's not. It's like almost like a different show. Like, I don't know, man. Team Ruby. Ruby is weird. It's really weird. Volume 9. Yeah, they've been talking about the whole beach episode. Well, you're gonna get nothing but beach in Volume 9. I wonder Animal Crossing. I thought the same thing, Sonic. I thought the same thing on Animal Crossing, and I'm not an Animal Crossing player. Animal Crossing player. I don't play that game, but yeah, I thought the same thing. Plot Armor Island. Oh boy, man. Volume 8, man. The finale was disappointing. I'm happy the heroes lost at the very least. The volume was disappointing with how they handled Salem and Ironwood. And yeah, I'm not even looking forward to the most compelling thing is this. Like of everything that happened, this end credit is the most compelling thing. You're like, what the fuck is happening? I don't know what this is. It's definitely the most compelling thing of the entire volume. Matter of fact, I'll go that far. This end credit, as dopey and silly as it is, it's the most interesting thing of the entire volume. Of the entire volume, this end credit is the most compelling thing. To be completely honest with you. Animal Crossing 2 Island. Escape from Rimnar. Total Drama Island. Yeah, this is Ruby Crossing, exactly. Exactly. Oh, all right, guys. It's been over 2 hours. Thank you to everyone who stuck around and hung out in this chat. I think I got up to about like what? Maybe like almost 1800 people, which is a lot. Only 1800. Yeah, one day I'll get to 2,000. I just need more subscribers. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button and subscribe. If you haven't hit the like button yet, go ahead. There's over 1,000 people in the chat, so just move your mouse over and hit the like button. It's not gonna hurt. It takes you 2 seconds, and it really helps. And it takes no effort to hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, 'cause I know a lot of people are not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. The next video you're gonna get, super chat coming in. Island Neutral Forest. The island looks like something out of Avatar: the Blue Aliens. Yeah, it kind of does. I wouldn't be surprised if that was where it was inspired by the Avatar, the movie, the Blue Aliens. No doubt. Yeah, but hit subscribe, hit the like button. Thanks everyone who were in the chat and who are along with me on Volume 8. The next video you're gonna get. The next video you're gonna get will be about Salami herself, and it's Cringe City. I like the alliteration there. But the next video will be about Salem. This volume has been very interesting to say the least. It's not my favorite. It's not the worst. We'll see where it lands. There's a lot of problems. I'm sure I'll get into it as time goes on. Salem video coming up. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. I will see you guys later. Follow me on Twitter as well. I'll tweet up a storm. I always tweet up. I'll tweet a lot. I'm active over there. So if you want to talk to me, that's probably your best bet. Twitter is probably your best bet. I respond to comments as well. But I get a lot of comments. But Twitter is probably your best bet. So follow me over on Twitter as well. Hit the like button. I keep saying it. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel.